Life, as we know it, exists only on Earth, because Earth alone provides the perfect harmony of survival: oxygen to breathe, liquid water to drink, fertile soil to grow food, and an atmosphere that shields us from deadly radiation. Every heartbeat, every breath, every living thing depends on this fragile balance. No other planet in our solar system gives us this gift. Yet, imagination is powerful. It lets us step beyond Earth into the unknown. What if life could emerge on Mercury's scorched rocks, in Venus's golden clouds, beneath Mars's frozen dust, or deep in the storms of the giants? Would it look anything like life we know? Or would it be strange, alien, and unrecognizable? By picturing how survival might unfold on each world, we not only glimpse the possibilities of existence elsewhere, but also realize how rare and precious our own planet truly is. Mercury. On Mercury, the smallest planet, closest to the Sun, survival is a test against extremes. By day, the ground bakes at over 400 degrees, hot enough to melt metal. By night, the surface freezes to nearly minus 180, colder than Antarctica's harshest winters. With no true atmosphere, deadly radiation pours down, and every rock is scorched by sunlight or swallowed by shadow. Yet, beneath the surface, there may be shelter. Imagine organisms burrow deep into Mercury's crust, clinging to minerals, shielded from the violence above. For humans, survival could mean underground colonies, built into craters, powered by the sun's boundless energy, but guarded by thick shielding. Life here would never thrive in the open. It would hide, endure, and wait. On Mercury, existence is not about growth, but about resilience, surviving against a world that burns by day and freezes by night. Venus. Venus, Earth's twin in size, yet utterly hostile. Beneath its golden clouds, the air crushes with pressures 90 times heavier than Earth's atmosphere. The heat, relentless, climbs to over 460 degrees, enough to melt lead. Sulfuric acid rains burn through the skies, turning the surface into a furnace of poison. And yet, high above the inferno, conditions soften. In the upper clouds, the air is calm, the pressure gentle, and the temperatures bearable. Here, we can imagine vast floating organisms drifting like balloons, feeding on sunlight, sustained by chemicals in the clouds. For humans, survival might mean aerial cities, suspended far above the fiery ground, sails wide to catch the sun, filters drawing acid from the air. Venus reminds us that survival may not always be on solid ground. Sometimes to endure, we must rise into the skies and let life drift with the winds. Mars, the red desert world. Once, rivers carved its surface, lakes shimmered beneath its skies, and water flowed freely. Today, it stands barren, dry, frozen, and cloaked in a thin veil of air. The atmosphere is too weak to shield against radiation or to hold warmth, leaving nights bitterly cold. Yet, hidden beneath its rust-red soil lies water ice, precious and waiting. If life clings to Mars, it hides underground, safe from storms and radiation. For humans, Mars is a dream of possibility. Colonies beneath domes, greenhouses glowing with crops, oxygen pulled from its air, and water mined from its icy poles. Though fragile, this world whispers of transformation. With time, rivers could flow again, forests could rise, and the red could turn green. Mars is not just survival, it is hope. The hope that life can grow even where it seems impossible. Jupiter, the giant of storms, a world so massive it dwarfs every planet combined. But Jupiter has no ground, only endless layers of gas, pressing deeper into unimaginable pressure. Its winds roar at immense speeds, lightning tears across the sky with power beyond anything on Earth. Survival here seems impossible. And yet, imagination allows us to wonder. Could there be floating beings, vast as balloons, drifting within its clouds, living not on land, but in the sky, feeding on chemical energy and sunlight? For humans, Jupiter itself offers no home. But its moons, Europa with its hidden ocean, and Ganymede with icy depths, may hold life. Still, the thought of life in Jupiter's clouds is haunting. Creatures who never touch the ground, who drift forever in storms, surviving not by standing, but by floating in endless skies. Saturn, the ringed jewel of the solar system. a giant world of golden clouds with no solid ground beneath. Like Jupiter, it is made of hydrogen and helium, a stormy expanse of endless winds. But imagine, within its atmosphere, strange life could float. Colossal organisms, light as balloons, drifting gently through currents, feeding on sunlight and chemicals in the air. For humans, Saturn itself would remain untouchable, its pressure too crushing to endure. Yet Saturn's moons hold promise. Titan, with its methane rivers and thick atmosphere, could one day cradle life. Enceladus, with geysers spraying from icy oceans, whispers secrets of habitability. Saturn teaches us that survival might not rest with the planet itself, but with the worlds that circle it. Its rings shine as a reminder. Beauty can exist in harshness, and survival may be found in unexpected places. Uranus. Uranus. Pale blue, tilted on its side, spinning in silence. Its seasons last decades, as one pole faces the sun while the other sinks into darkness. Temperatures fall below -200, winds sweep across methane skies, and sunlight barely warms the frozen atmosphere. Yet, deep within its layers, warmth stirs. Could alien life float there, feeding on methane and faint light? Such beings would be unlike anything on Earth. Translucent, strange, and adapted to eternal cold. For humans, survival might mean hovering habitats in the upper skies, where pressure is stable and energy can be captured. To live here would require patience, enduring decades of darkness and waiting for light to return. Uranus shows that survival is not only strength, but also endurance. Life measured not in days, but in centuries of waiting. Neptune. Neptune, the farthest giant, a world of deep blue, wrapped in violent storms. Winds howl faster than sound. The cold cuts deep, with temperatures below -200. Sunlight barely reaches its skies, leaving the world in twilight. And yet, Neptune is alive with energy. Its core burns faintly, sending warmth through the layers of ice and gas. Could there be balloon-like organisms drifting in these violent winds? Creatures resilient enough to feed not on sunlight, but on hidden heat within? For humans, Neptune is too distant, too fierce, but its moon Triton, with geysers spraying from icy oceans, could hide the spark of life. Neptune reminds us that even in the coldest, darkest reaches, survival may bloom. Life does not always need warmth or light. Sometimes it endures in shadow, waiting, unseen, in the quiet edges of the cosmos. And so, our journey ends. From Mercury's burning silence to Neptune's frozen winds, we have seen that life, as we know it, cannot survive on these distant worlds. Yet, in imagination, we discovered resilience. Creatures that could float through storms, hide beneath ice, or cling to shadows. Every planet, though hostile, became a canvas of possibility. But here lies the truth. Life exists only on Earth. Only here do oceans sparkle, forests breathe, skies shelter us in balance. Our planet is not ordinary. It is rare, fragile, and irreplaceable. As we dream of other worlds, we must never forget the treasure we already hold. Earth is not just our home, it is our only sanctuary, the only cradle where life blooms. To care for Earth is to care for every tomorrow, for beyond its borders lies wonder, beauty, and mystery. But only here lies life. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss an upload. Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, stay inspired and keep going forward.